Okay guys, so today I have the dupe video of all dupe videos. I have two products that are so incredibly similar, it's scary, like crazy good. Now, if you don't know what a dupe is basically a product that is very similar to formula, color, finish, the product itself. But it's sometimes at a cheaper price, or it's a little bit more easier, or maybe there was a limited edition product that's now gone, they don't make it anymore, and someone found a dupe or a kind of replica of that product, essentially. So sometimes dupes can be like super exact, like the one I'm about to show you today, or they can be slightly off. You know, maybe they are a similar product and a similar finish, a similar consistency, but maybe one's like a little bit more of a lighter peach, one's a little bit of a deeper peach. Sometimes the finishes may be off, one may be a matte finish, one may be a shine finish, but maybe the colors are exactly the same. So it really just depends. And today I have a pretty darn good one, if I do say so myself. So let's get into it. So today I'm comparing the Drunk Elephant D-Bronzi Anti-Pollution Sunshine Drops to the Indeed Laboratories Nanobronze Bronzing Drops. Let's talk about it. Okay, first off, let's talk about the obvious one, price. Now, as of today, September 18th, 2020, at, I don't know, 3 p.m., this is $36, and the Indeed Nano Bronzing Drops are $24.99. So 25 versus 36, that's a pretty big price difference. That's an $11 price difference, okay? So what are we getting here? Well, let's talk about availability. So it's a lot easier to probably get your hands on the Drunk Elephant one because you can get on their website, you can get on Sephora's website. I'm sure there's other retailers that sell Drunk Elephant. You can go into any Sephora and buy and pick this up really quick, Instacart it, whatever. The Indeed Laboratories, I personally don't know any place here in the United States that sells Indeed Laboratories. Update me if I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. But this I had to buy from the Canadian website. There was some shipping and customs fees, but it was only like $7 or something. Like, not bad at all. I thought it was gonna be like 20 bucks. I was like, oh God, thank you. But yeah, so obviously not as hard to obtain very quickly, but to be honest, with COVID and everything going on, I thought this was going to take like 3 months to get here, and it came in like the normal 5 to 7 business days. So not like super quick, but I did not wait long for this at all. So relatively normal shipping times. So if you're going to get this sent to your house, you can get this sent too, and it's relatively easy. Now, of course, if you don't live in the United States, if you live somewhere else, I'm not quite sure if the custom and shipping fees are going to be the same. I don't know. I'm just telling you my experience. So, obviously not a ton of places to get this, unless you live in Canada, then there's probably a ton of places to get Indeed Labs. But yes, I have seen Indeed Labs on Amazon as well, but this was not on the USA Indeed Labs page, I think. I think I had to like go to the Canadian website. So, but not too bad. Okay, so how much product are you getting? 1 fluid ounce of each, or 30 mils of product, the same. The packaging is relatively the same. We have a white with a kind of bronzy look. This is definitely a little bit more of like a lighter bronzy, kind of shiny, but still matte. This one is obviously very metallic, bronzy, but they're both pumps. This one is actually a pump, and this one is actually a pump. The pumps on these give a lot of product out, so be careful on both of them because these are concentrated bronzing drops, you'll need to obviously be a little careful when you're pumping these out if you're using it for the first time or you're like of a fairer skin tone, because they're concentrated bronzing drops. If you use more, it's going to look more bronzy. Use less, it's going to look less bronzy. Simple. Okay, what else? So the Drunk Elephant, well, their skincare in general is kind of based on the things that they don't put in it. Like, I think there's like 7 things they don't use and blah, blah, blah. And overall, Drunk Elephant puts out some really great products, and this being one of my favorites. Not all of the Drunk Elephant products I've used I've thought have been that great or worth the price, because Drunk Elephant stuff is very expensive. I mean, out of everything, this is probably like the cheapest thing they have. So just to give you an idea, if you're not familiar with the products. Now, this anti-pollution serum is meant to mimic sunlight, not only giving that flush to your face of bronziness and tan and being out in the sun, but it has vitamin D in it, it has peptides, it has cocoa extract, I think for like antioxidants, anti-pollution in it. So that's going to help because there's pollution in the air, and depending on where you live and the climate you live in and everything else, that can affect your skin. So really, really great, right? We're seeing kind of like this makeup skincare hybrid that's just fantastic. The Indeed Laboratories ones is the same thing. I don't know about the vitamin D in it, but I know that, hold on, I have my box right here. I do know that it is free from SLESs, fragrances, phthalates, mineral oil, and denatured alcohol. It also has cocoa seed extract in it. What else? So I do believe this is supposed to be a hydrating product. I'm just reading the ingredients really quick to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, it has squalane oil in it. So I do believe the Drunk Elephant one has their marula oil in it, but this one has squalane oil, which is really nice. Cucumber fruit extracts. Trying to see if it has any other skincare benefits. Has lots of glycerin, which is great. This one might have some vitamin D that this one doesn't have, but for the most part, these are pretty close. They're both offering some sort of skincare makeup hybrid. They're both concentrated bronzing drops, so you mix both of them, but there's really not a whole lot different. The great thing about these is that you can mix both of them into your serums, your moisturizer, your sunscreen, which is what I personally do. I like to make my own little version of a like a CC or BB cream. So instead of having like 3 different foundations that you kind of rotate through in the year, depending on if you're more tan or more fair or whatever, you can just add a little bit of this. Anytime I have a foundation and I feel like I've been out in the sun a little bit, I'm a little bit tanner, or maybe I just want to go for a more bronzy look, I'll use this or this and mix it in and deepen it up a little bit. It's also really nice to add because it does have that kind of glowy factor to it. It's going to help a matte foundation get to more of this skin finish. It's going to help amp up a glowier skincare routine. It's just a really great product. I mostly use this to mix into my sunscreen for an everyday. I'm not saying that it's going to give coverage, but it does give your skin this bronzy tint, and that kind of evens everything out a little bit, if that makes sense. So you're not getting like coverage here. You're getting just like this bronzy kind of tint and the evening of the skin and all the skincare benefits. I personally love both of these. Now, I'm going to show you guys some swatches here. So this is the Drunk Elephant D-Bronzi. So this is kind of the color right here. And then I'll put a little pump of the Indeed Labs one next to it. And you can tell me what you guys think. So this is the Indeed Labs one down here. In my opinion, looking at them right off the bat, they're not too different. I do feel like the Drunk Elephant one is just a skosh lighter than this one. So now I'll kind of blend them out and show them to you guys. So this is them like a little bit blended out. This is the Drunk Elephant one. And then this is the Indeed Labs one next to it. Now that they're blended out, they really don't look all that different. I feel like the Drunk Elephant one is just a slight bit more lighter than this one. So now I'm gonna really blend them out for you. All right, so this is them kind of a little bit more blended out. To me, you guys, this one's a little tiny bit darker, but it really doesn't make that much of a difference. I mean, when you look at all the way back here, you know, not close up, this is close up. But if you look at it all the way back here, to me, it's not that different. Blah. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that they're pretty much similar. When I mix them in, though, you really can't even tell at all. You know what I mean? That's what they're kind of supposed to be used for. So as you can see, you can use them on their own, but they're meant to be mixed in. So it just depends on your preference. So now I'm going to mix them in with my sunscreen. I'm going to apply each to one side of the face, and then you guys can tell me what you think. All right, let's do this. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the Drunk Elephant one first. So I'm going to use, for this video and the fact that I'm running low on my sunscreen. Oh, we might have to get a new sunscreen. All right, I'm going to use this like kind of pea size amount. And I'm going to use a very small amount of each of these. So that's basically how much I'm using. I'm going to mix them together to kind of show you what it looks like. See, you can't even really tell once it's mixed in. And I'm going to apply it to this side of my face. So that's one application of it. It's pretty subtle, you guys, but you can start to see a little bit of the glow. I don't know, I'll do a little bit more just to kind of amp it up. This is how much I'm using. Just mixing it up in between my fingers like this. Okay, there you go. Now you can kind of see it a little bit more. Some over my eyes, onto my nose, and onto my forehead. So as you can see, for a very pale person, I have a little bit of bronze going on in my skin. There's a little bit of a tint. The glow is beautiful. I mean, I'm oily by nature, but you guys can kind of see a little bit of a difference, right? From this side compared to this side, there's a little bit more of a tint or bronze, if you will. Ouch. Ah. Sorry. Hurt myself with my earring. So as you can see, my skin is nice and evened out. There's a little bit of a tint to it, a little bit of a bronziness to it, and a little bit of a glow. So now I'm going to go in with the Indeed Labs one. So I'm going to use about that much sunscreen and about this much nano bronze. This is what it looks like on my hands. So this one I can tell right off the bat is just a little bit more bronze. Then this side, it's a little bit more tan, but relatively they look the same, right? I'm gonna go and apply just like one more coat for fairness sake because I did that with the other one. Just kind of mixing it up on my fingers. All right, so I have two sides now done, both of which had two layers of this. What do you guys think? I think they look relatively the same. this is me. My face looks kind of more evened out, has a beautiful glow to it, has a little bit of a bronziness to it. I really, really love this. This is why I love these products. And I feel like I have nothing on, and I have to put sunscreen on anyway every day, and you should be too. We should all be putting sunscreen on every day. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish my makeup to kind of show you guys how I bring the whole look together, and then I will let you know some last little things. Hello, darlings. This is my finished look. What do you think? It's nice and bronzy and warm and very simple, minimalist, but a little bit glam. There's little touches of glam. You guys, this is normally how I do my makeup every day, minus the lashes and the eyeshadow. A lot of times this is what I wear. I wear my bronzer drops with my sunscreen, a little bit of concealer, bronzer, a little bit of blush, sometimes highlight, brows, mascara, and maybe a lip. I feel like there's not really a big difference. There's not. I don't really feel like I need to do a wear test because it's liquid bronzing drops mixed into a sunscreen. So as long as you like doing something like that, like you like a bronzy look, you like adding bronzing drops to stuff, and you have a sunscreen that works for you, you really can't go wrong. You know what I mean? You're gonna get the same effect that I got pretty much. But yeah, I think it turned out great. I think this look turned out really pretty, and I really just don't see any difference. There's a slight variation in color, a little bit darker, teeny tiny bit, but really obviously not that much to make a difference. Price, biggest difference, obviously, and we all like to get something a little cheaper. Both have skincare benefits, both are the same amount, they're both pumps. This one is a little bit harder to find than this one, but again, I was able to just go online, pay, have it shipped in 5 to 7 business days, done. Easy peasy. At this point in time, I know that some Sephoras have reopened, but like, really, what's the point of me going into a Sephora if I can't swatch or touch or smell or look at anything? And I totally get it, health and safety, of course, but I'd have to do the same for this. You know what I mean? I'd have to go on Sephora, order it. If I didn't order $50 worth of stuff, I think it's like $50, then I'd have to pay for shipping anyway, so, and it'd probably come in the same amount of time. You know what I mean? So that's really not that big of a deal. So yeah, I highly recommend the Nano Bronzing Drops. They are exactly the same as this to me. And besides price, what I want to drive home is I personally am not going to be buying Drunk Elephant products anymore. Now, of course, after this review, you know, I've used this for this review, but after this review, I'll probably put this one in my drawer until I finish this one because I'm not going to waste product. But Drunk Elephant has had a lot of scandals in the past like 2 years or so with them not really treating people kindly when they don't have positive opinions about Drunk Elephant. Which is a huge red flag for me. Anytime I see a brand who lashes out at people who have constructive criticism and genuine concerns, that's a problem to me, because that shows me that maybe your products aren't as good as you make them out to be, because why would you need to defend yourself that hardcore? You know what I mean? And if it is an issue, just address it. Just say, okay, I hear you. We'll try to fix it. All good. You know what I mean? There's no need for hate. And there was a big scandal. I will link it down below. I'll link a video down below of someone that I really like, where he kind of explains it further. But basically they just like bashed an influencer on here, a skincare person named Caroline Hyram, who I really love and admire. And she just had some critiques for the brand and stuff like that, and called them out for kind of fear-mongering people, because there are really great things about clean or natural beauty products, but sometimes brands that market themselves as clean, green, fighting machines sometimes tend to fear-monger people, and they tend to say, oh, if you have anything with silicones in it, that's just the worst, you know? When yes, silicones can be bad in the fact that they, one, are taking up product where more active ingredients can be. They're a filler product. Sometimes, you know, silicones are put into skincare so that whatever active ingredient is there doesn't evaporate or dissipate off of your face. It's there to lock it in. Sometimes with silicones, when they lock that ingredient in, they might also be trapping some dirt and oil, bacteria, whatever, into your skin, and it can cause you to break out. Are silicones terrible in your skincare? No. If you can put more active ingredients in a skincare than putting silicones in it, then that's great. But like, it's not the end of the world. Tons of high-end brands and skincare brands have silicone in their products. Sulfates isn't really a big deal. That's more of a big deal for hair care. But stuff like ethically sourced ingredients, recycled packaging, cruelty-free products are obviously really great benefits of natural products. And I think there were some other things she was calling their brand out on, or just having some critiques or criticism for them, which, by the way, not only is she like an esthetician, beauty, skincare guru, she's also, I believe, has her own consulting business. So she works with brands to help them market and brand their business. Hello, you might want to, you might want to listen to her. And I've never known Caroline Hirons to be like a bad person. I think she's very much just like, look, this is me, this is who I am, this is my opinion, my professional opinion. And to be honest, I don't really know Caroline Hirons to be a bad person. I think she does a lot of great stuff here on the YouTubes. She comes out with these skincare kits, and I know she donated a bunch of money to the healthcare workers over in the United Kingdom. Like, I don't think that she's a bad person. I think that she's like, this is me, this is who I am, these are my professional opinions and thoughts. Take them as you will. And so I think they had a situation where they had one of their customer service representatives or one of them brand ambassadors or somebody working for Drunk Elephant that like basically lashed out at her, said some really horrible things, and people in the beauty space and the skincare space did not take kindly to that. So since then, a lot of people have decided to kind of boycott Drunk Elephant or not really buy their products anymore. I mean, I stand by my opinions when it comes to Drunk Elephant products, but I just kind of want to kind of shift away from them. And there's some other brands too that I've kind of shifted away from. I'm not going to continue to support like Morphe or Jeffree Star Cosmetics. So these are fabulous, and I'm so glad that I found these. And I want to thank Alana Davidson, I believe, who's one of my favorite people on the YouTubes, and she recommended these, and I know she's a beauty influencer from Canada, so of course she would get these. But yeah, so I wanted to try them out for myself. I absolutely love them. I pretty much see no difference, and if I can save $11 and not support a brand who is going to cut people down, then hallelujah, I found it in this product. So anyway, thank you guys for stopping in, and I hope this gave you some information. I will have everything linked down below, all the information, all the tea, all the gossip. I will link Alana Davidson's video. I will link the Hyram video about Caroline Hirons. I will link the links for all of these if you would like. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in my next video.